Good morning, everybody. We are on Caroline Street. I'm to show you a little bit of history today. On December 11th, 1862, the Union Army of the Potomac forced its way across the Rappahannock River and into Fredericksburg. William Barksdale's Mississippi Brigade, approximately 1,600 men, slowed down the Federal lodgment, buying critical time for Robert E. Lee to gather his army on the heights beyond the town, where a larger battle would be fought on December 13th. The 20th Massachusetts Regiment, shown here, advanced from the river up Hawk Street, a block and a half to your left. And we're going to go. And that's the Central Rappahannock Regional Library. And that down there used to be a little girls' school. And we're going to look. You know me, I don't have my gimbal this morning. I just go live randomly, and I leave my gimbal at home every time. You want some water? Right across the way, you will see the Rising Sun Tavern. I'll take you across the street and read the plaque in just a minute. That is the Rising Sun Tavern. We'll go over there in a second. Come on, baby girl. All right, the Rising Sun Tavern. The Rising Sun Tavern was built in 1760 by Charles, the youngest brother of George Washington. This is owned by the Association for the Preservation of Virginia Antiquities. All right, now we're going to go down to Hawk Street. Amazon backup buzzer sounds like a dead chicken. Where are you going? We don't live there. There's my little pupper I'm walking. That's Miss Maggie Moo. Oh, we don't need to head on the camera. We don't need to see you pee on camera. Alright, this is Hawk Street we're coming up on. This is where the battle took place. No, you weren't invited. She was trying to go up in that house with them people. That was funny. Alright. Try to cross the street.
You want to say hello?
Good morning.
Good morning. That's a pretty dog.
Want to say hi, Maggie Moose?
What kind of dog is that?
She is a terrier mix of some sort.
Terry and Jack?
Jack, maybe. You want to play, Maggie Moo?
Yeah, she's a Jack and a Mexican dog. The what do you call it? Yeah,
Chihuahua?
Chihuahua. Yeah.
Okay, I see the Chihuahua.
Yeah.
Yep, I see the Chihuahua.
How old is she?
I'm not sure. I'm just her dog walker.
Oh, really?
I think she's probably, I've been walking her for probably 4 or 5 years, so she's probably 6 or 7.
Wow.
But yep.
It's friendly, huh? Yeah.
She's a good girl.
Yeah.
I've been working on her. She normally barks at everybody. Have a great day. I'm sorry. I know. YouTube is doing this all the time now. No notifications. I don't get them for y'all. If I don't know you're going live, then I just don't know. I'll watch it later, I guess. YouTube is sucking like Facebook as of late. All right, this is Hawk Street. This is where the battle took place. And they fought across the river, which we're walking to. This is a Zen garden. That's pretty cool. All these houses down here are awesome. Just wish the people were better. That guy was nice that I was just talking to. But they're few and far between around here, unfortunately. All right. This is where the Fredericksburg campaign took place. And we're going to walk across the street as soon as the traffic clears. But this is where they came across the river. All right. The 7th Michigan Volunteer Infantry. Dark rolled the Rappahannock's flood. Michigan, my Michigan. Oh, this is a poem or a song or something. The tide was crimson with thy blood. Michigan, my Michigan. Although for us the day was lost, yes, it shall be our proudest boast. At Fredericksburg our 7th crossed. Michigan, my Michigan. In December 1862, Union General Ambrose Burnside ordered pontoon bridges to be thrown across the Rappahannock. Colonel Norman Hall asked for volunteers to flush out the Confederate regiment by crossing the Rappahannock in pontoon boats. The 7th Michigan Volunteer Infantry responded to his call. The men of the 7th poled and paddled their way across the river. Once ashore, they drove the Confederate riflemen from their concealments. The Battle of Fredericksburg occurred 2 days later on December 13th, 1862. And this is the exact place they come across. You can see the hill down there where they came up. All that's preserved. And 2 geese. Oh, 4 geese. There's more. 5, 6. Shoot, they're everywhere. They're all up in that yard. And that is Chatham Heights across the way up on the hill. That's another history lesson if y'all would like to go look at it. It's called the Chatham Manor. And then this basically says about the same thing. December 11th, 1862, the peacetime bridges have been destroyed. Oh no, it's something different. This is after what happened. The peacetime bridges have been destroyed. Engineers of Burnside's Federal Army began laying pontoons across the Rappahannock. Here, overlooking the upper pontoon site, Confederates of Barksdale's Mississippi Brigade, sheltered in houses and cellars along the street, stopped the work. Bombardment by Federal cannon failed to dislodge the sharpshooters. Finally, the 7th Michigan Regiment, followed by the 19th Massachusetts, crossed the river in boats to establish a bridgehead. The pontoon bridges were completed, and the 20th Massachusetts secured the streets Barksdale's Mississippians fell back during the night. The next day, thousands of Federals poured over 2 bridges here and others downriver in preparation for the attack against Robert E. Lee's main line. And then you have that. The Upper Pontoon site. This historic site was donated to the United States in 1964 by Miss Mary Garnett and Dr. Thomas Payne and wife Virginia Garnett Payne in memory of Robert Mercer Telepharo Hunter, distinguished statesman, and Robert Mercer Payne, son of Dr. and Mrs. Payne. And this is, if my dog I'm walking will cooperate, this is all raised. Can you see it? It's all raised. That's pretty cool. There's a seagull flying across the river. I'm not sure if you're allowed to walk down there. I don't see anything saying it's private. So we probably could. Let's do it. Looks like others have. There's a path. Doesn't say keep out. Let's go down there. What are they going to do? Tell me to leave? I'll leave. Sorry, I can't see y'all's comments. It's very bright out here. It's the Rappahannock River, not the Rappahannock, the Chatham Bridge over there. And we're not going any further. No, baby girl. That's a big drop. It's a big drop, baby girl. We're not going down there. And that's, I think it's called Bell Island down there, where all the birds are. Yep, this is where they came across, and I believe, if I remember correctly, that manor up on that hill over there is where the Union soldiers stayed before they crossed. I hear a woodpecker. All right, and that's it here. Now we're going to walk back up this huge hill. No, I'm not jumping in. It's too cold for that. It's only 54 degrees. I'm sure the water temp is in the 30s because it gets down in the 20s and 30s every night. Ooh, goose poop. Goose poop everywhere. All right. I don't think there's anything else around here that I can take you and show you. So we'll just go look at these houses. They're remodeling these old houses on the river where the Confederate soldiers stayed. Phew, that got me out of breath. Would you rather look at the river or the houses? Alright, that house right there, they've been working on for, shoot, 4 or 5 years now. And they still aren't finished. Christmas is over, people. Take your stuff down. There you go. There's a good shot of it. But that's one of the houses that they stayed in. They're adding on to it. Oh, I got people coming. Hold on. Get off. Stand by. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Shh. Stop. Knock it off. No. She's going to eat the runners. No, ma'am. Leave her alone. All right. This house has been totally redone. It doesn't even look like it was built in the 1800s. They changed it into like an Art Deco type home. This place was burned down during the war, and it was rebuilt. I'll take you up here and show you. It was rebuilt in 1967. It says it on the wall up here. Rebuilt in 1927. So that was rebuilt in 1927. All right. And we're going to go back up to where we came from. This is Fauquier Street. After they fought on Hawk Street, they moved up here and stayed in some of these houses up here as well. It's a big, beautiful house. All these houses are pretty down here. The people aren't pretty. They're pretty on the outside. They're ugly on the inside. Oh, I can take you one more place. I forgot about this place. We'll cross here. Always got to look to the right, make sure nobody's coming. As every single day almost, I encounter somebody going the wrong way down a one-way street. We have so many transients here. They don't know how to drive. Sorry, keeps not stopping, but she keeps wanting to sniff something. Look, the daffodils are coming up. Look at them, aren't they pretty? Thank God spring is here. And please no more winters like this last one. I want snow to come and snow to go. Not to stay for 4 weeks straight.
That's the beginning of it, right?
Alright, up here is the Lewis store. Here comes another runner she's going to bark at. Get her tied up tight here. All right. This is the Lewis store. It was built in 1749. Kenmore. 4 blocks west stands Kenmore. Built in 1775 by Colonel Fielding Lewis for his wife Betty, sister of George Washington. Near here, between Kenmore and the Rappahannock River, stood Lewis's warehouses and docks. Kenmore's intricate plasterwork is the finest in the country. Among 19th century owners and occupants were Samuel Gordon, who named it Kenmore, and William Key Howard Jr., who restored and embellished the mansion's plasterwork. Washington and other revolutionary leaders often visited, and during the Civil War, Union troops used it as a hospital. The Garden Club of Virginia, started in 1929, rehabilitated Kenmore's garden as its first restoration project. And this is the Lewis store. The Historic Foundation restoration in 2002 and 2019. Consular John Lewis, 1694 to 1754, of Warner Hall in Gloucester County, purchased 406 acres at the northern edge of Fredericksburg in 1742 and began a commercial business in wooden buildings across Caroline Street. Lewis had this brick store distinguished by its stone quoins, Q-U-O-I-N-S, quoins, constructed in 1749. His son, Fielding Lewis, 1725 to 1781, married George Washington's sister Betty. He ran this mercantile arm of the Lewis family's extensive shipping operations. Later, William Stone, William Taylor, and Robert Mackey, among others, operated this store. The Fredericksburg fire of 1807 damaged the original story and half of the structure. When it was repaired, the second floor was added. In 1823, the building became a residence. The last occupant was local artist Keith Torbleu Pitzer from 1920 to 1973, before it was given to the Historic Fredericksburg Foundation in 1996 by Dr. Robert and Mary Ann Wheeler. There's a storm cellar. Peeking the windows here. They're open 12 to 4, Wednesday through Saturday, by appointment only. Window peeking. That's about all I can get. There's any windows on the other side. Nope, no windows on the other side. Just bricks. Lots of bricks. Hey, if you walk up that hill 4 blocks that way, that's where Kenmore is. I've taken y'all there. And Mary Washington House, I've taken y'all there. This place was an all-girls school, I believe. We'll walk over there in a moment. Traffic. Nope, not yet. Oh, they're going to stop for me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, yes. This is a female charity school. Founded in 1802. The house was erected AD 1835. So how was it founded in 1802 and erected in 1835? That makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me. No sense at all. There's no plaque here to explain things. I have to do some investigating on that. And for those that weren't here when we began, this is the Rappahannock Regional Library. It's 4 stories with a basement. It's huge. Alright, I'm going to take y'all back down to the river for a sneaker peeker and a closer look at the Chatham Manor, and then I'm going to end this and go home because I'm done for the day. What are those? A bunch of blackbirds down the island down here. Ah, they're the black comrades, or however you pronounce it. These houses were just built. They're red, white, and blue. How ironic, right? But those houses were just built. They're almost $2 million when they sold. That one's not up for sale yet. They're just finishing it. But this one's got something different than the rest of them have. It's got a little bolster that bolts out there on the end. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. We got more runners. We're gonna go up here, get in the driveway, let them run by. Look at that neat little tiny electric bike. Yeah, it's got an extension off to the side, so that was probably $2 million. Oh, more people. Yeah, I think these two here sold for $1.5 million a piece. Come on. We're not going down there. That is Chatham Manor. That's a better look at Chatham Manor. And I'm not sure if you can see the black comrades on the island out there. They're flying around out there. They've migrated back because I haven't seen them in months. But, alright everybody, I'm going to end this. Thanks for coming to my miniature live. And I will see you all next time for another history lesson. Have a great day, everybody.